to the channel. We're going to be looking today at some more Volvo ECMs. We have three here. This one here I'm not really going to do much with. It's just more or less for show. This is a brand new unprogrammed ECM, so it's completely blank. It has no programming in it, so connecting it to the diagnostic tool is really not going to do anything. This is our Volvo ECU that we used in a previous video, and this is a European one. It said when I ordered it, it came out of a Renault, but when I do the testing, it comes up and says that it's actually out of a Volvo, so I'm not sure exactly what it's out of. But here we have it connected. It's J1709, this one here. It's an older ECM, and you can see on the light here, it's flashing on the pin 12. That's J1939. The other pins aren't flashing, so we have power ground and no other communications. So this one here is strictly J1939 on a Volvo. We got the temperature sender here, and we're going to hook that up and have a look at the software and see what it says. We're also going to create a connector, and I have some pins here. You see these small pins, and what we do here is we take some wires, we take a special crimper for that type of pin, and then we take the wire end, put it in on the wire side like so, and then crimp it down, open it up, and there we have a perfect crimp, as you can see. Okay, and this is going to be for a John Deere, so I've made this adapter up to be able to connect into a John Deere ECU that I don't have a harness for, so I'm just going to make one. All right, so let's get to the software and have a look at this European Volvo ECU. Okay, so here we are with the software PFDTool, and we still have selected Volvo Mac. The software went through and discovered that it was basically only a J1708 connection, so it selected that automatically. Here the VIN, and this is quite common, especially in European ones, I guess, it comes up with a chassis number under the VIN. So this is actually a chassis number, but it's the last 6 of the VIN plus the date code or engine code. I'm not sure which code that is. I think it's the date code. And then we go in here and we see that it came up with Volvo. Well, I was told it was a Renault, but I guess it's the same ECM, and if you reprogram it, it could work. And otherwise, all the information's coming through. Now you see here on this graph here, the temperature. So let's just zoom that down a bit. There we go. And I'm going to go over and give that thermistor a little pinch. 1, 2, 3. Give it a little pinch there. We see the temperature shot right up. And let's get a little bit of rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and we'll just spray it, and that'll cool it right down. As that alcohol evaporates, the temperature will go down, and there it dropped like a rock. Now let's zoom out. And it's evaporating. So, and you'll notice the steps here, and that's because the data for engine coolant sensor is not frequent enough to give it a nice smooth arc. It's going to give it a step effect, and that's simply because the data is transmitted once every, I forget what it is, second or 500 milliseconds or whatever it is. so you're not going to get a smooth transition. All right, so now we've got that. We're going to disconnect. And let's go back to the bench. Okay, we're back here. And now what we're going to do is switch from this ECM. And you notice, again, on here, only pin 12 is lit up, flashing away. And we're going to switch over to this ECM. So let's shut the power off, or disconnect the power. And then we'll undo the communication lines and the jumpers here. Switch over to this ECM. Hook our power back up. Okay. And then we'll go over back to the software and connect to it again. Okay, so here we are again. We're going to connect. We're going to use this here to connect Volvo Mac, DPA5 Pro, connect. It's going through the cycle, reading the different CAN lines. Starting to read the data plate. Data plate depends on data, tomato. All right. And it's reading away. It's come up with a VIN. It's got a check engine light, of course. And there we go. Okay, so we've got our data coming across. And we'll do the same thing here. Now, I don't know if you can see this. Let me swing the camera down a bit. You see the adapter on the floor here, and you see the two CAN channels, two red lights flashing, as well as the data to the computer, which is the green light, and the red light next to the green light is power. So back up here, we see that we have the two CAN channels communicating. All right. And we're going to take the thermistor and give it a little pinch. And let's go back to the software. We'll give it a spray with rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. There we go. And that dropped it right down. Now, the other thing, I've made some changes here, and I wanted to go over them quickly with you. If we go into the settings, so for example, fault codes, let's have a look at the DTCs. So here we have our DTCs, and quite a few of them because we're not connected to anything. So if we turn around and we take these DTCs and we print the fault codes, and I'm just going to print it to a PDF. We'll use the Microsoft PDF Creator. Where is it? There it is. And say OK. And that's going to print it to that folder. I'm going to just take it to the base folder. It's easy to find. Documents. And we'll call it test DTC 1 and save. Now, if we look at that, let's have a look at it first. So let's go to Documents. If you have a look here, you see the logo here is Pocket Fleet Diagnostic Solutions, Inc. You might, when you install, get a logo here that says place your logo here or put your logo here. And what we used to have to do is go into the source folder, find the logo file, edit it, and then save it back into here, into the source folder, and then you would have it changed. But what we've done in this latest version is we've added in the settings under advanced, we can, here's the logo here, we can select a logo, we can go down and we can find a different logo. So say we want to go with this one, select the logo. Oh, it selected Lone Star here. Let's go back to this one here, PF. We'll select that one. There we go. And you see it's quite big. It's larger than you would want it to be, but we'll use that. And we'll put apply. It says on break on it, but that's fine. And then we will go back into the fault codes here and we'll print a DTC report and we'll print it back to the Microsoft PDF and okay. And we'll give it a name of test DTC 2. Save. I like usually naming them by the VIN number, but that's fine. And now if we look at this is the report again, but you see that new logo is on there. It says on break. So that's how easy it is to change the logo to your company logo. The other thing we modified in here is under the tests for Volvo for the SCR Exit Inducement mode. So Exit Inducement mode is a test that should be performed to exit the inducement mode in order to find the root cause of DTC's P207F or P103C, Charlie. Reset, or you can also use it to reset the SCR inducement timers. So there's a little bit of a warning here, and when you would run this, you would hit start and it would go through. Of course, we're not hooked to a vehicle, so I'm just going to abort. So thanks again for visiting. Check like and subscribe. It's always good to have like and subscribes and comments if you wish. It helps push the channel out, and we do this to help people work with the software and also to give ideas on connecting to ECUs. So thanks again and have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one.